بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من شرح مبسط للأسئلة لحلول الأسئلة الاسترشادية لمادة اللغة الإنجليزية للشهادة الثانوية القسم الأدبي. نبدأ بإذن الله بعون الله. اليوم نركزوا على بعض الأسئلة في الجرامر والفوكابلري. From now on, I will be speaking in English. So as I said, we will be focusing on vocabulary and grammar today. The first thing I will be discussing with you guys is question tags, or sometimes they are called tag questions, okay? If you look at this picture is taken from your textbook. If you look at the example here, I'm not under suspicion, am I? And then the other one says, you were there, weren't you? Okay? So if you look at this part of the question, okay, this part, the short question that's here, that's what's known as question tag. Why do you think we use question tags? They're mostly used in spoken language, so you don't use it in written language, okay? Used in spoken language when you speak. Why do you use it? Okay, let's look at the examples again. I'm not under suspicion, am I? Okay? As if that person was waiting for someone to agree with him or her, or waiting for some kind of assurance. Okay? So let's move on. Some explanation here. The same examples. Am I is written in red bold. Okay, so you can let's say figure out which is the part that we're talking about, and then so I'm not under suspicion, am I? And then you were there, weren't you? Okay, so this is the part where question tag is. Okay. Now, I have some explanations that I've already said in the previous slide, okay? Tag questions are the short questions, okay, short questions, which we often attach to the end of a sentence, okay? Why? Question tags are more common in speaking than writing, and the why answer is on this slide. So we often use question tags when we expect the listener to agree with our statement, as I said before. Okay, so when you ask this short question, you're waiting for an answer to assure you that yes, this is happening, or to agree with you. Okay, I have more examples for you guys, okay, to help you understand. Okay, so we have two forms of question tags here to discuss. The first one, okay, when the first part, let me go back to the previous slide before explaining what we have on the next slide. Let me explain what I'm going to say on these two examples. I'm not under suspicion, am I? What do you see here? What do you notice here? I'm not. Not here is the negative form, okay? You were there, affirmative form, okay? So do you see what I'm trying to help you guess? If you have a sentence, okay, that's in the negative, okay, your question tag should be affirmative, okay? If your sentence is affirmative, your question tag should be negative. Let's move on. And that's what I have included here. So when the statement is positive, okay, we use a negative question tag. And you have an example here. She is a doctor, isn't she? Yesterday was so much fun, wasn't it? If the statement is negative, we use a positive question tag. And he isn't here, is he? The trains are never on time, are they? And then nobody has called me, called for me, have they? More examples. Okay? You haven't got any brothers. What do you think the answer here? Let's see. So we have negative. The question should be positive. Okay? You haven't got any brothers, have you? You haven't got any brothers, have you? And then dinosaurs were cold-blooded. So positive, negative. Dinosaurs were cold-blooded, weren't they? And then Petra is in Jordan. Okay, so we have positive here. So our question tag should be in negative. Okay, Petra is in Jordan, isn't it? Now, this is the only question that you have in your set of questions that's asking about question tags. Okay, so she has gone home and you have a blank, and then it's asking you to add a question tag. What do you think? Okay, look at the question. We have has gone, no negation here. Okay, so it's in positive form. Okay, so you use negative form here. That's the answer. She has gone home, hasn't she? Now we will move on to another part in your book, in Unit 1. Okay, that's talking about certainty and uncertainty. Okay, what do you think the meanings of certainty and uncertainty? Okay, let's take the word certainty. It comes from certain. What's the meaning of certain? Yes, okay, it means to be sure about something. Okay, so certainty is being sure about something. Okay, uncertainty, okay, it's the opposite. So here we're sure. The opposite is we're not sure about something. We're less sure about something. Okay, we don't know if we're going to do something or not. Okay, and now that's the part where you find, or this is the picture that's taken from your book, so you can find this lesson in your book easily. That's why I chose the picture. Okay, oopsie, sorry. Now, certainty and uncertainty. Okay, sometimes we make confident statements while at others we want to express some uncertainty. This is what I've been saying before. So when you're not sure about something, you use some words or expressions or verbs to help others to understand that you're not sure about something. The opposite, vice versa, you use some words or expressions or verbs to show certainty, to show the speaker or the listener that you're sure about something. Okay? Certainty is the state of being completely confident of having no doubt about something. Completely confident here means واحد متأكد واثق تماما. Okay? And then, or having no doubt here بدون شكوك. Okay? Uncertainty is when nothing is ever decided or sure. لما أنت ما قررتش أي شيء or مش متأكد. Okay? So, and I have the Arabic meaning for you guys. Now, this is the picture from that's taken from your textbook, okay, and explains what I have said in when I was explaining the previous slide. So I'm not going through this. because I already explained it, but I want you to focus on these words, okay? That's why I've taken them from the text and put them here, okay? Look at actually, clearly, definitely. When you want to express certainty, you use these three words: actually, clearly, definitely. And I've included the Arabic meaning in case you didn't take them or you forgot them, okay? Now, the opposite way, okay? In case you want to show probability, uncertainty, so you use these words. You're less certain, you're not sure, not that sure about something. So you use the words possibly, probably, apparently. There are other verbs. So we talked about some words. Now, verbs that show certainty and uncertainty. And this is what you have in your book, okay? But I would like to focus on the words only. Must and may, you use them to express certainty. Might and can't, you use them to express uncertainty, okay? Now we're looking at the questions that are focusing on certainty and uncertainty, okay? And when you see number 1 here, it means unit 1, okay? And this is the number of the question, okay? When do we use the adverb clearly? When? What do you think? Clearly is used when we are sure about something. Okay? So when you know that something is going to happen or you're going to do something, you use clearly. Okay? Now, Unit 1, question 24. Are, remember? Let me go back. Okay? These words of certainty. Verbs of certainty and uncertainty. Let me go back to the question. Are, must, can't, may, and might verbs of certainty and uncertainty? I just shown you the slide that explains the verbs of certainty and uncertainty. What do you think? Are they? Must, can't, may, and might, are they verbs of certainty and uncertainty? Let's see. Yes, they are. Okay. Now, question number 9 in your list of questions for Unit 1. Okay. Do we use must and can't to express certainty? To help you understand? Okay, and guess the answer. I have 2 sentences for you guys. We must study for the exam. Okay, you have the picture. We must study for the exam. Now, by watching this, you are preparing yourself for the exam. And you say to yourself, we must study for the exam to succeed. Okay? I can't cheat in exams. I can't cheat in exams. Okay? So what do you think the answer is? Yes, we do. So we use must and can to express certainty. Let's move on. Oh, sorry. Let me show you what I have. So certainty, yaqeen or haqiqa, that's only to help you remember, okay, the meaning in Arabic. I'm not used to using this, so bear with me, guys. Yes. Number 10, question number 10 for Unit 1. Someone must have walked on the dune, okay? This is the meaning of dune. Is this sentence correct? okay? Look at the sentence. Someone has walked on the dune. Do you think this sentence is correct? No. Why? Let's see. No. Why? When you have the word must, the verb that comes after it should be infinitive. Okay? So what does it mean? Okay? You should have here, not has. So this is how you correct it. Someone must have walked on the dune. Let's move on. We didn't clearly wait for me for, sorry, you didn't clearly wait for me for very long. Okay, let me read it again. You didn't clearly wait for me for very long. Okay, there's something wrong here. Why is this sentence false? What's the correction? Okay, so I'll give you a clue. You didn't clearly wait. Okay, in your book, it explains where you usually put clearly. Okay, so the answer here says this sentence is wrong because you need to put clearly here before didn't wait. Okay? So the answer is because we say you clearly didn't wait for me for very long. Next question, when do we use apparently, possibly, and likely? What do you think? When do we use them? When we are less sure about something. Remember? Uncertainty. So we use apparently, possibly, and likely to express uncertainty. Okay, when we are less sure about something. What does she can't be that ill mean? What does it mean? Okay, she's definitely not that ill. Okay, they used it just to help you use the word definitely. Okay, now we'll move on to another topic in the grammar part of Unit 1. Okay, and that's subject and object questions. Okay, so what are subject and object questions? Okay, the word subject here, do you know the meaning of subject? Okay, بالعربي فاعل. Okay, object بالعربي مفعول. So subject and object questions, أسئلة تسأل عن الفاعل والمفعول. What does this mean? Okay, it means that you have some questions that require an answer about the subject. Okay, that's why it's called subject questions. And object questions means that you form questions or you have some questions that need an answer that is about the object. Okay, I have an example before I explain the question. I have an example for you guys. Okay, Joan broke a window. Joan here is the subject. Broke is the verb. Window is the object. Okay, so if I asked, who broke the window or a window? Who broke it? The answer is John. That's subject question. Okay? Now, if I ask, let me move on to this side. If I ask, the question will be, what did Joan break? What did Joan break? The window. So if we want to make a question where the answer is John, the question would be, who broke the window? Okay, and look at the question here. Who broke the window? if we want to make a question where the answer is the window, the question would be, what did Joan break? Okay? Now, the question, number 23 question asks, what is the difference between subject questions and object questions? So what's the difference here? Let's look at these two questions that we have. Who broke the window? What did Joan break? There's something that's in this form of the question that's not here, which makes the difference between the two, okay? We said, what did Joan break? Okay? So, the answer says, subject questions are formed without do, does, or did. See? Who broke the window? We don't have, without here, we don't have do, does, or did. In object questions, okay, we have to use do, does, and did. So object questions are formed with do, does, and did. Okay, as you see here, what did Joan break? Clear? Hopefully. Okay, now let's move on to the vocabulary part. The first word here is ceremonies. What does ceremonies mean? Okay, and I have different pictures for you guys to help you understand the word ceremony. Okay, ceremony. Graduation ceremony, wedding ceremony, and Olympiad ceremony. Okay? So, can you guess? In all of these, there is some kind of celebration, like a party or something. So, ceremonies. Let's see the answer. Okay? Formal, social occasions. Formal, social occasions. Okay, and I have I forgot to write social actually, but اجتماعية, formal, رسمية. Okay, so ceremonies, احتفالات, occasion, مناسبات أو احتفالات. Okay, so shin ceremonies, what does it mean? Okay, formal social occasions. That's what we want you to focus on. Okay. And you have to focus on spellings, okay? So you can write it correctly. What does directed mean? Okay, and I have two pictures for you guys, and I'll act it for you guys. Let's suppose that you're with me here in class, and I was trying to explain something, okay? Let's say I explained something and I asked you to work on some kind of activity, okay? And I said, okay, you need to work in pairs, okay? And then I say, okay, Fathiya and Zahra work together, okay? You two, I don't know, Ahmed and Fathi work together, okay? So this is giving instructions, telling you or telling others what to do, okay? So directed here means giving instructions, okay? Number 40, question number 40 in Unit 1. Complete the following sentences using these words. بيعطوك عدد من الجمل، عدد من الكلمات، وانت match, okay? Now let's look at the words. Grow, grow, okay? Oil, million, suddenly, cold-blooded, and we talked about this in our first episode, and barley, okay? So let's look at the sentences. I'll read them first and then I'll give you the answers. A, blank, something is made into flour for food. So we're looking for a word that's a plant. If you cultivate plants, you blank them. Okay? Dinosaurs existed for over 150, 150, and we need a word that goes with the numbers, years. 150. Okay, so you can say 150, 150. Okay? 150 is more formal. A blank, indeed, blank is used as fuel for cars. Okay? This is an easy one, especially for those who use cars. Okay? The dinosaurs can't have disappeared, so, and then here we need an adverb. Okay? So let's look at number 1. Barley is made into flour for food. Barley. Okay? If you cultivate plants, you grow them. Grow, يزرع. Dinosaurs existed for over 150 million years. Million واضحة, million. Okay? We have a blank here. So what's this? Oil is used as fuel for cars. Benzene or naft, whatever. It depends on meaning here. Dinosaurs were cold-blooded. So them بارد. And then the dinosaurs can't have disappeared. So what? Suddenly. فجأة. Okay? That's it for today. نلتقي معكم إن شاء الله في الحلقة القادمة وحتكون بإذن الله حتى هي focused on grammar. Okay? Take care of yourselves, guys, and be prepared for the exams. Hope you enjoyed them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.